The wind howled through the city streets as Daniel pulled his thin coat tighter around his body. It was another cold evening, and he sat on the same worn-out bench in front of a small cafe, watching people rush past him. Most avoided eye contact, pretending not to see him. Others glanced at him with pity, but did nothing. Daniel had been homeless for nearly a year now. Life had not always been this way. He once had a job, a small apartment, and dreams for the future. But a series of unfortunate events, losing his job, falling into debt, and then his landlord evicting him, had left him with nothing. As he sat there, stomach empty and body shivering, the cafe door swung open, and the warm aroma of freshly brewed coffee spilled out. A young woman named Emily stepped out, holding a steaming cup and a bag of food. She hesitated for a moment before walking toward Daniel. "Hi," she said with a gentle smile. "I thought you might need something warm." Daniel looked up, his eyes filled with surprise. "For me?" he asked hesitantly. Emily nodded and handed him the cup and the bag. "Yes, of course. Everyone deserves kindness." Daniel's hand shook slightly as he accepted the gift. "Thank you," he whispered. They sat in silence for a moment before Emily asked, "Do you have a place to stay?" Daniel shook his head. "I lost my apartment months ago. I've been trying to get back on my feet, but it's hard." Emily's heart ached for him. "I work at a community shelter. We can help with food, warm beds, and maybe even a job opportunity. Would you be willing to come with me?" Daniel hesitated. He had been let down so many times before, but there was something about Emily's sincerity that made him want to believe. "Okay," he said finally. That night, for the first time in months, Daniel slept in a warm bed. Over the next few weeks, with the shelter's support, he found work at a local store and began rebuilding his life. Months later, as he walked through the same city streets, he spotted a man sitting on the same bench where he had once been. The man looked cold and hopeless. Daniel approached him with a warm cup of coffee and a bag of food. He smiled and said, "Hi, I thought you might need something warm." The man looked up, surprised, and Daniel saw his own past in those eyes. At that moment, he realized kindness had the power to change lives. And now, it was his turn to pass it on.